Welcome to Babies from Beyond, the podcast that gives all babies a voice, whether they are still in spirit or already earthside. I'm Lauren Dionysius, a former registered NICU nurse turned baby soul communicator, and I'm here to share the wisdom of today's babies to guide you on your motherhood journey. Okay, so today I have another episode where I'm bringing another woman onto the podcast to share about her journey. So very grateful to have Daniella here today, and just that we are sharing her journey with her permission, and a deep respect and sensitivity for her journey as well, because every journey is different, every journey is sensitive. So it's really important that we honor these differences. So yeah, as you listen today, I invite you to tune in with an open mind and open heart. Take what resonates and just let go or release whatever doesn't resonate with you. Okay, so Daniella, thank you so much for being here today and for coming on the podcast. Would you like to just share a little bit about your journey and where you're at right now?
Thank you for having me, Lauren. I am 38 years old and I have a 6-year-old son and I'm currently trying to conceive my second child. So I've had a pretty long journey throughout my 20s of trying to conceive, and it just was not happening, and there were reasons behind that. And then, when I turned 32, I magically had Raphael. So I just think it was just the right time and right place. Now I'm just really trying to call in this next second one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, amazing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, and also too that Daniella's on an IVF journey as well, which I love, working with souls who are choosing to come to the earth through IVF. So we'll dive into that a little bit today. And then Daniella, before we get started, have you had a reading with me before?
No, I haven't had a reading with you before. I've been following you for some time, and I had a mini reading not long ago where it gave me some great advice to start to call in my baby soul. So I started to meditate and started to reconnect with myself. So it was a good little kickstart.
Amazing. That's amazing. Sometimes we need these little kickstarts, right, as we go through life. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment now to call in those souls who want to come into this space and to share any insights and messages today. So I will do that, and I will be back in a moment. Also feeling the strong presence of angels as well, especially Archangel Michael. So that's nice having him here. So I'm just feeling like a really strong, that's why I'm sort of waiting. So I'm feeling like this really strong presence of a masculine feeling soul. So I felt it even before I sort of called them in. There was this presence of a strong masculine feeling soul. Feeling his energy come through really strongly. It's actually making me dizzy. So what I'm feeling is going to happen in this session. So hopefully it won't be like too freaky, but I feel like this soul is going to come directly through me and basically speak through me. So when I say things like I or my or things like that, it's the soul. It's not me. So yeah, sometimes this happens when an energy comes through. It's like it's like I lose the space between me and them. And instead of like me talking to them, having a conversation, it's like they're just in me, and it's easier for them to just talk rather than me trying to translate. So that's what I feel is going to happen today, just to give you like a little heads up.
Yeah, I have a lot of math, like from my family that's passed away.
Mm-hmm.
They're all males.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't have any, like I still got my grandmothers, except great grandmothers passed on, but all my grandfathers have just passed or all have passed.
Right. Okay. So that's really interesting because, there's a very strong masculine energy. So I'm going to work with that first, and we'll see. Sometimes, it could even be like a relative or that wants to come through first. But I'm just going to see who this is and what they want to share, because it is very strong. Actually, probably stronger than the average baby soul. So let's just see. So I am coming soon. You just don't know it yet. You've been looking for me in all the wrong places. And I'm asking you to pivot, to look at things differently, to see me in different places, to see me as different to what you think you see me as. There is confusion here around what you feel me to be, and then what you're interpreting me to be, what you're projecting me to be. I'm not saying this to judge you. It's just to open your mind, open your heart, to be more curious about me. I know that you're not here to judge me, and I know that you don't want to put me in a box. I need you to look at a much bigger picture here. A picture that I can see, but you can't at this time. But I want to help you to see that bigger picture. I want you to know that IVF is a part of my journey and our journey. And this is no coincidence, and it's certainly no failure or no accident. It's something that we have both been curious about. So allow us to journey through this together, but know that this is a journey. You're seeing conception, and many women who are listening today also see conception this way, as a light switch, something that can be turned on and can be turned off. But it doesn't work that way. Those of us coming to the earth at this time, we work more like a dimmer switch that can be turned up and turned down, can also be turned on and off, but there's a much bigger range. It's much more in between than simply on and off. So the IVF path for you is acting as this dimmer. Sometimes it feels closer to conception, sometimes it feels further away. But this is okay. This is part of the energy that is required for conception. It's an adjustment. It's that time in between. But it's also not stagnant. There's lots of energy on the move here, lots of things happening in the background that you can't quite see at this time. But your role in this journey at this time is to listen and to trust. But your body is also the captain or the disruptor here. It's the part of you that is telling you yes and telling you no, when to go and when to stop, when to move forward and when to pause. So it's important that you listen to that. This is what makes IVF such a powerful and potent journey, but it's what also brings through the uncertainties, because there's many more moving parts to this process. This is what we are looking for, me and those of us who are coming like me through IVF. We like the moving parts. We like the forwards and the backwards. This actually helps us on our journey. It helps us to acclimate to the earth's energy. It gives us more time to conceive. And while there can be a lot of pressure on IVF, IVF for us can actually be a less pressured way for us to come, because of these moving parts. Because there's many options and many opportunities, many spaces, many energies. This is important for us at this time. And this is where I am right now. I'm in this space of being. I'm close to you, and then I'm far, and then I'm close, and then I'm far. This is helping me to come to you, even though it may not feel like it, even though it may feel like one disappointment after another. That's not how it feels for me, and it's not how it feels for other children who are coming through IVF. There are so many of us here waiting to come through IVF. It's new for us. It's an adventure. Such a new way for us to experience Earth and to come to Earth, especially those of us that can find it hard to get here. For all different reasons, IVF can be so powerful for us. The energy can often be a lot cleaner and clearer for us to come through this way. So the reason I'm sharing this to you is to encourage you with IVF, to be curious about the process, to stop when you need to process, and pause. But also don't be afraid of trying, because with any new skill, any new technique, it takes practice. And IVF is still very much in the practicing stages. So we ask you to be curious. We want you to take that break right now. Your body is telling you that, and your mind is listening to that. So honor that, honor the space, honor the pause. It's not interrupting anything. If only you could see that the pause is where the support happens. The pause is where you recharge to step into that next chapter. But you can't do that when you're going all the time. So take that pressure off.
I definitely hear that.
Yeah.
Resonate with all of that.
Yeah. Okay. Because, that was very strong. I'm just feeling like they've stopped, because now I am actually sensing another soul around you. So I just want to get clear on what they're here for now. So I feel like this masculine soul has stepped back again. And what I feel like his role is that he is playing a part in it. I feel like he's curious about the process, and he's also willing to step in as well. Because I feel like, because I do feel there is this feminine feeling soul, but she's much more hesitant and much more cautious about the journey around it.
And steps down.
What's that?
It's like she steps in and then she steps out.
Yes.
Because I can do my own blood test,
Right.
and connect to the lab. Like, I can go straight down to the lab, and sometimes it would be like, oh, the HCG is there, but then it's not quite there, and then it's
Right.
like she's tiptoeing in, she puts her foot in, and then she'll put her foot out, like, sort of thing. And that's what I felt like was happening in those earlier months.
Yeah. And that feels more now, like, because what I'm feeling is like this masculine feeling soul that I could feel so strongly. I'm actually feeling like, he's part of a bigger picture, and I don't feel that he's only connected to your energy field, which is interesting. I feel like because I was kind of listening as he was talking, and I was feeling like his energy I feel like his message, I should say, was much more collective or broader. Like, so I feel like he needed to share in relation to that. But now that he's stepped back, I still feel, to me, he feels like this supervisor, like in spirit, like he's always helping to support the souls from the other side of the fence. It's like, here when we have IVF or going through IVF, there's, there's lots of doctors and nurses and the lab techs and everyone who's involved in the whole process, and the operating theaters and all these things. But this soul is kind of in that role, but is from the other side.
There's no coincidence that I got this job, and I was calling in because I was like, I'm a pathology collector.
Mhm.
nurse.
Mhm.
And at the time in COVID, I was a pathology collector, and I'm like, I don't want to go work doing COVID swabs. And I put it out there. I'm like, I want a job, but I want a nice job.
Mhm.
And it just came to me, and someone messaged me and said, you've got really good experience. Would you like to work in IVF? And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, I resonate with working with women every day.
Yeah.
I'm in a leadership role, and when people, sometimes I forget why I'm there,
Mhm.
and someone's sick and I have to take on the role completely, and I connect with the patients again. Like today, I connected with so many women,
Mhm.
and I'm like, this is why I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why I'm here to support them, to
Yeah.
be there for them. And one girl just broke into tears today, and she's like, I'm sorry this has happened. I'm like, don't worry, girl. I was like, I've got you.
Yeah.
I was like, I had the exact same experience. I was like, our story was, it was no coincidence either. I think like our story was like to the T, exactly like from our ages, what we were doing.
Mhm.
And it made me remember today, okay, yeah, I have been on a journey
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
20 something to 38. I've been on a massive journey.
Absolutely. And I feel like too, that's why this soul, I think, felt to come through to you as well. You know, not that I know in your role, like it's not like you can go around talking to like baby souls to like to your patients and those that come in for bloods, but at least, you know, you can have like not only your own experiences, but your, you know, the spiritual insights as well that you can, even if you're doing that in the background without necessarily sharing it. So but I do want to like spend a little bit of time now going back to what I feel is this more feminine soul who's kind of has kind of been hiding and as you mentioned, like those sort of been popping in and out, even on the blood test, you're seeing the evidence of that. So let's go more into their journey. I now that this masculine soul has stepped back, because what I feel with this feminine soul, it's the hesitancy, the taking of the time, but also the flow. Like what I feel really strongly with her and what she's coming to Earth to learn is about flow and about a trust in the process of life. Because I think in previous lives and will quite possibly come out in this life, and I feel like this is possibly something that is innate to you as well. And also to a lot of women, I think by nature and by being a human, you know, we do have this tendency to want to control things or to know things or to understand things. And I'm feeling with this soul, she's coming to not do that or to practice not doing that. She's saying rather than I know that there's going to be times where I'm going to do that and I'm going to want to control and all of this. Whereas IVF for me is something that is pushing me even before I get to Earth to let go of control, to go step by step, to be open to how things shift and change during that IVF process. She is calling me, though, to say that there's going to come a time, and I feel like it will be in the next 3 months, where you will need to call, or she's asking for more intervention to bring her earthside. And it's not to do with it's not nothing to do with you and your body and its capability or capacity. It's she's needing that for her to help her land here more, to help her to commit is what it feels like. It's her commitment to the process. Even though she is like on a soul level, it's like it's about turning that commitment into action. And I feel like where she's been going at the moment is okay because, as you said, she's been sort of coming in and coming out. But I'm feeling like in these next 3 months, she's going to be more ready to actually take that step. But she needs support with that. So it will be more than what you're doing now in the IVF side of things. So again, like she's not saying exactly what she needs, but she's saying that she needs, more IVF intervention to help bring her earthside. Not necessarily like the whole process or a full cycle in the more traditional sense, but more than what she's having now. It's like I feel like she's been able to adjust to that energy and as far as she's able to with the intervention that you're currently having through IVF. But I think she's going to need more than that in, so what are we, August, September, October, November. So pretty much towards the end of the year. Yeah, she will need more intervention. And it may not be, I know, end of November, like going into Christmas, all of that, it can be a hard time with IVF. So it's not a definitive like timeline that in November you have to start doing more. It's about getting to November, getting to 3 months, and it's like, okay, well, where are we at with everything now? Where are my hormones at? Where am I at with the IVF clinic? Like, what am I feeling I need to do? I know you'd mentioned earlier that you were wanting to take a pause and that you were feeling anyway that you may need to do more intervention.
I started seeing a naturopath just a month with the pause. So I was like, I need to do more and start my acupuncture as well.
Yeah.
Up again. And because I had acupuncture with Raphael, my son, and had all the Chinese herbs, and I felt like I was going there every week and almost like meditating for an hour, 2 hours. They would let me sit and just relax. And I realized I need to get back to that.
Yeah.
That level of being not up here, down and feet down.
Exactly.
Get down to earth.
Yes, and it is about that receiving side of things. And yeah, the more that you can anchor your energy into the earth, the more that you're able to make space for them to come as well. So yes, you can do those things from your side, but as I said, this soul does need some more oomph to get them here as well. So yeah, is there any questions about anything that we've spoken about today, or anything that we've talked about?
I guess, like, I don't know if, like, because she's hasn't really said, because with the IVF word, you've got the ovulation induction, which is what I've been doing, and then you've got IUI, and then IVF. And I have been thinking about, is it the right thing to do that next step to IUI? You know, I was like, maybe that is the next step for that.
Yeah. Well, that sort of aligns with what I was saying with they're needing more than what you're currently doing now, but not necessarily like a full IVF cycle. So yeah, so IUI is kind of in the middle there between and then the whole, or the full process. So yeah, that does feel, and as I'm talking, like I'm feeling a curiosity from her as well around like, oh, like IUI, like what's that, and how will that support me? So, and because you have the knowledge working in this area, you know, it sounds silly to us, but you know, we do need to, or it can help these children to explain what's going on. You know, so explain that, you know, the IUI process and when things will be happening and what that means, and now's your opportunity, and you know, this is happening next week, so this will be an opportunity for you to come. So it seems really silly, but we, you know, especially IVF is something that the majority of today's babies have never been through this process before. It's like literally brand new to them. So by explaining it just as a doctor or a nurse would explain to you about like the process, keep babies in the loop around that as well, so they can understand what's going on, which again sounds silly to us, but it can be really helpful for them, helps them to feel seen and heard as well. It can also be a way to help call them to the earth, or align their energies with the earth as well, if they know what on earth is going on. So yeah, amazing. So yeah, how do you feel after that session? Were there things that resonated or didn't resonate? Where are you at?
Yeah, with that masculine soul like coming through, like it just resonated. Like I heard it. It was like, yeah, take a break. Like you need to like honor what's going on with your body.
Yeah,
and just pull back. That's where like I said, like I've been up high in my emotions, and I really need to anchor myself and come back down to earth, and that really resonates with me. I just need to be honest, like the last, like when I'm taking a break, it just felt like, oh, this old girl needs a service. She needs to get under the bonnet and see what's going on. I had a heap of blood tests done a few weeks ago to look into things and what I'm deficient in or what I'm not. And yeah, look, it's a good start to foundation to start building on that.
Yeah.
And I've been actually not avoiding it, but I haven't contacted my fertility specialist. Been in the back of my mind to say, like, I asked her to do IUI about a month ago and she said, no, your body's responding. But I think this might be a little lesson for me that I need to speak up and say what I want.
Yes, exactly.
It's not what you want, it's what I want and what I need.
Exactly. And that's a huge part of the IVF process. It's about advocating for yourself and realizing that, you know, everyone is different at different times. We need different things, and it's okay to share that. It's important to voice that, especially if you're already feeling it.
Yeah. I was going to be interested to see if Raph came through, but he was,
yeah.
Well, he got school busy. Yeah, because he was a 34-week prem.
Mm-hmm.
And our journey together has been, like, he's a beautiful soul. Yeah, special little one. He's, I believe that, like, when he was little, he was communicating with our past on loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
He's a photo of my great-grandmother and just pointed at her. There was a photo of myself, my mum, my grandmother, and my great-grandmother. And he pointed at my great-grandmother. He's like, that's Josephina.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that?
Yeah, wow.
And he told my partner as we were reversing out the driveway, like, I play with your daddy. Oh, so I feel like he's very connected. He's a very soft soul, but yeah, I was interested to see what his little thing was to say, but he obviously didn't say anything.
Yeah, I didn't. It's funny, like I know we talked about him at the beginning, but yeah, I didn't feel his energy in this session, probably because I think that strong masculine energy needed to come through. It was important. And because often it's not to say he's not there, but I do know that, yeah, certain souls have certain messages that they want to bring through. And then it's like, what's most important at this time, or what's the most important message
that I need to know
through? Yes. So maybe, like, yeah, Raphael will come back another day, or you can always ask to communicate with him yourself. You know, you can invite him to come to you in your dreams, or you can write to him, or you can, in your meditations, you can ask if he has anything that he wants to share with you. So there's a lot of, other ways too to communicate with these kids here on Earth, because they're very, very good at communicating.
I feel like that's part of my purpose, is to just say to women, like, yeah, it's okay to have IVF and it's okay to need these interventions. And and I felt like you said, like, when you were working as a NICU nurse, it was hard because you could see what was happening and you just wanted to, like, like, if you could just tell the parents it's going to be okay, like, what you need to know. I feel like that sometimes I'm like, oh God. And like, some patients have asked for my advice and I'm like, I cannot give you advice. I cannot give you that type of advice. Like, some are like, oh, do I do an IVF cycle back to back to back to back to back? Or do I do that? And I'm like, up to you.
That's it. Yeah.
Like, I can't tell you what to do. Like, I can see what's happening technically, your hormones and how your cycles are going, and it might make something else to it, but it's for them to figure out. Tell them.
It's hard, isn't it? Like, there's only so much that you can, like, in your role, within the realm of the boundaries of your role. So it's hard to really get that. I really get that. Thank you again for being here, and it was lovely to meet you and to connect with you and chat with you. And amazing the work that you're doing in your role. It's amazing to chat with someone who's going through IVF but is also in that world as well. So you've got that very unique view of, like, having both having both perspectives, which is really important. So
Reckon said, yeah, see, like a lot of women come in and I'm like, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah. You understand it from a very personal and lived experience of it rather than just the professional or the clinical side. So that's really important. So to wrap up this session, I just want to thank that strong masculine soul who came through at the beginning to share, and his energy felt much more that he was speaking to the collective, but he was using this opportunity to come through at this time. And again, that's why it's so important to, when we connect with these souls, to really check in with their role and why they're here, because not every soul who comes through or wants to come through or connects with us is planning a life here. And even though I initially felt that maybe he was, it soon became clear as the more we communicated with him that he was more here for a collective sense, which then allowed this other feminine soul to come through. So I just want to thank both of these souls in their own ways for connecting and communicating with us today, sharing their wisdom, sharing their insights, not just for Daniella, but also for the collective as well. And thank you so much, Daniella, for being here, for being open to receiving this reading, especially that will be going out to the public, and for allowing it to be shared. So thank you so much for that.
And thank you. Very great.
You're welcome. So if you're listening to this session today and it's stirred something in you, then please reach out if you would like to have your own baby soul reading, especially if this whole concept of IVF is something that is confusing for you or uncertain for you or you're not sure about. Then I would love to support you on that journey from the baby soul's perspective, that more spiritual and energetic perspective. So please reach out or make sure you receive the support that you need. That's something that is really important at this time, is that we are receiving the support we need at the time that we need it. So if you're feeling that, please honor that for yourself. Okay, take care, and I will see you next time. Thank you for tuning in to Babies from Beyond. If you've enjoyed this episode, I'd love for you to leave me a review just wherever you listen to your podcasts. Also, head over to Instagram and give me a follow at Born Energy, and check out the show notes for more ways that you can connect with your baby's soul, including one-on-one readings and online programs to support you. Until next time, trust your journey and your baby. Take care.